In this class, we will discuss the concept of pointer to pointers or double pointer in C programming language. So the title itself is looking bit confusing. So before going deep into the concept of pointer to pointers, the quiz related to the pointer sections has been released on our Learning Agent app. The link to the quiz is provided in the description. Click on the link, you'll be redirected to this course. In that course, find the section related to the pointers. Just click on that pointer section. At the end of that section, you will be finding the quiz related to these pointers. Please take that quiz and assess yourself on the knowledge related to the concepts of pointers. So the quizzes are from easy to medium to difficult. So try to attempt that quiz so that you can assess yourself how much knowledge you have gained on these concepts. And our channel is a dedicated channel for computer science and engineering. You can get all the courses related to the computer science and engineering for free. And all our courses are full courses. So the link to the courses is provided in the description. Click on the link and get access to all our courses. So please subscribe to our channel, and your subscription helps us a lot in creating the content like this. And coming back to our program, so this program, we are going to use this program to understand the concept of pointer to pointers. So let's get started with this program. The first line of code, we have declared a variable, integer variable, and the value stored in integer variable is 10. So let's assume that these 4 bytes of space has been allocated for x and the value stored in x is 10. And the second line of code, we are having an integer pointer variable star p, and it is storing the address of x, and this star p is of type int. So it is pointing to a variable which is of type integer. So we know that, right? So now what is the value stored in this star p? The star p. These are the 8 bytes of space which are allocated for p, and the value stored in p is 100. So try to get this point. Okay. So the next declaration is pointer to pointer, and this is the point that we need to understand. This is the essence of this entire class. And what is this declaration means that we will try to understand first. So let's start with this q. So the variable, this is a pointer variable. The name of this variable is q. The first star states that this is a pointer variable, means it has the ability to store address. Whose address? So the second star states that this is storing the address of another pointer variable. So try to understand this. The second star in the declaration states that whatever the address that we are storing is the address of another pointer variable, and that pointer, what about this int? And that pointer variable is a pointer which stores the address of an integer variable. So try to understand these levels of pointers, levels of pointer to pointers are. So that point you need to understand. Once again, q is a pointer variable, which means it is going to store the address. Whose address it is going to store? It is going to store the address of another pointer. The second star states that it is storing the address of another pointer variable, and that another pointer variable is storing the address of an integer variable. So that is the meaning of this int. So try to understand that. So that is the level, that is the depth of pointer to pointers. Okay. So now we will see this sequence of printf statements and we will understand what is the outcome that we are going to get. And now can you guess what is the address? What is the value stored in q? So let's assume that these are the 8 bytes of space that are allocated for q, and the value stored in it is 104, because 104 is the starting address of p. So that address will get stored in q. So try to understand that. So that is what we call it as pointer to pointers. Now the first printf statement, what is that we are printing here? We are printing the address of x. Now can you guess what is the address of x? It is 100. So what we are going to print with this printf statement? We are going to print 100. Now what is the second printf statement is stating is value inside p. what is the value stored inside P? So for that, what we have to do? Percentage P, P for printing the address, and we are going to print the value stored in P. So the value stored in P is 100. So again, we are going to print this 100. And what about this third printf statement? It is address of P. What is the address of P? So how to get the address of P? It is ampersand P. Now with this ampersand P, we are going to get the address of P, which is 104. So try to understand that. Address of P. What is the address of P? Which is 104. Okay. Now value inside Q. What is the value stored inside Q? So just if you print Q, what we are going to get? We are going to get the value inside Q. In order to go into that memory allocation, we have to use indirection operator. So into this memory location, if you want to go into this memory allocation, we have to use indirection operator. So in order to store what is the value stored in the pointer, that we have to use this Q. So using this Q, you are going to print 104. Now coming to the another set of printf statements. So these printf statements, these set of printf statements are going into the memory location by using the indirection operator. So the first printf statement is going to print the value stored in X. We can directly access, no need of indirection operator to access the value stored in a variable, integer, simple integer variable. So just by printing the value of X, we are going to print 10. Sorry, so this is not 100, so just 10. Okay, so the next printf statement using star P. So what is this star P? We know that, right? So in order to go into the memory location to which this pointer P is pointing to, pointer P is pointing to 100. Now within this 100th memory allocation, what is the value stored? Within this 100th memory location, 100 memory location, what is the value stored? It is 10. So what we are going to print with this statement? We are going to print 100. So try to understand this. Now we are printing the pointer to value to which this pointer to pointer is pointing to. So for that we have to use double star Q. Now what does that mean is, what is the value stored in Q? It is 104, and within that 104, what is the value stored? So the first star Q, what it represents is, what is the value stored in Q is 104. Now within this memory location 104, what is the value stored? So the first star is indirection operator into the 104. So try to understand that. Into the 104, we are having an address of 100. The second star is the another indirection operator. So we are going into the second level of this pointer to pointer. So star, the second star of star Q is going to go into this memory location. So what is the value stored in this 100? Into this memory location 100, we are having a value of 10. So what is the value stored in here is 10. Okay, now the fourth printf statement. So this is very important to understand. So in all the above three printf statement, we have used %d because we are going to get the integer value. Now in this fourth printf statement, we are printing this specifier, format specifier as star P, and we are using it as star Q. So no double stars, only single star. So what it means? Only single star. What it means is, what is the value stored in Q? It is 104. Now what is the, so the first star Q, what is the value that we're going to get is, what is the value stored in 104? The value stored in 104 is 100. That's it. We are not going into the second level. As we are using only one star, we are going only one level up. So try to understand that. So that is the use of pointer to pointer. Okay. So one level up means the value stored in Q. So initially star Q means the value stored in Q is 104. Now just Q means it is 104. Star Q means in that 104, what is the value stored? In that 104, the value stored is 100. Now with this printf statement, we are going to print 100. Okay, so this is the use of pointers. And with this video, we are going to conclude all the concepts related to the pointers. We have concluded the section related to the pointers. In the next video, we will be going into the another section, the new section, which is totally based on, which is completely related to the concept of strings. So that's it for this video. See you in the next class.